Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I see there's lots of people in this section. None of the seats in the room are reserved. So if you feel like you want to come forward, please do. I know the pews are a little bit more comfortable. They got some more padding, or they have padding.
They have padding, period, right?
But you can stay where you are, or you can come forward, whichever you would like. My name is Rabbi Josh Winston.
I'm Cantor Regina Chayut.
And it's an honor to be here with you this morning to celebrate Shabbat, and of course to acknowledge and welcome Ethan as a bar mitzvah, as what we say in the Jewish world as an adult member of the Jewish community, as he is in this this extended moment, I should say, of transition from childhood into adulthood. Just so that hopefully this is a meaningful experience for all of us here today, a word about our Siddur, our prayer book, and about the service in general. But if you could please open your prayer book, your Siddur, to page 192. This prayer book typically works as a two-page spread, so 192 and 193. Between those two pages, there's really just one prayer that we'll be doing. There are, in this case, three different options, essentially, but we'll usually only use one thing on the page. So if we're looking at those pages, the top right-hand side, of course, is the Hebrew to the text that we'll oftentimes be chanting or singing. To the left of that is transliteration. So even if you can't follow along on the Hebrew text itself, you can still follow along with the words as we're saying them. Underneath the transliteration is a translation. It is not necessarily a literal translation, but it is a good translation. It will give you a very good understanding of what the Hebrew prayer is saying. On the odd pages, typically there are actually two readings. Here, of course, there's just one. In either case, both readings are creative writings based upon the themes in the Hebrew prayer itself. And as I always tell the congregation, even if you know the prayers well, you've been saying them all your life, or if you don't, creative writings are a great way of accessing a new point of view, of trying to understand things with a new lens. So please do feel free, as we're making our way through the service, to utilize everything on these two pages. Sticking to that odd page, below that sort of faint graphite line at the bottom, are notes. These notes are typically what are called kava notes. They are intentions to fill our prayer with more meaning, right? Ways of continuing to think creatively about the prayers. On the right-hand side, these are notes that are typically pointing us to the source material for the prayers themselves. Much of our liturgy does come from biblical text, from somewhere in the Hebrew Bible. Oftentimes, the rabbis who wrote the liturgy would compile different texts together to create that liturgy. So as you can see there, if you count up 4 lines from the very bottom of the page, it says Matovu, how fair, Numbers 24:5. If you were to go to the book of Numbers, chapter 24, verse 5, you'd find the very first line of the very first prayer we'll be saying in just a few moments. If you'd like, you can grab a Torah commentary back where you grabbed your Siddur as you came in, and you can look up all of the source material for the next hour and a half. That is possible to do if you'd like to do that. Otherwise, just stick with us and you'll be okay too. I don't always call out page numbers. I call them out a lot, but I don't always call them out. So I know that raises the level of anxiety in the room when I say that. How do you know what page we're on? Well, we're going to start on page 192, and when we stop singing, turn one page. And anytime we're done singing or chanting or reading, just turn one page. Don't forget, just turn one page. You'll be on the right page if you do that. I will sometimes call out page numbers because occasionally we do skip pages or something happens in the prayer book. In a few pages, there's a series of blessings that cover, I think, 2.5 pages or something like that. So I'll call out the page number after that too, of course. Anytime where it gets a little confusing or I just feel like we need a page number, it'll come out of my mouth. But don't always expect it. Why do I do that? Well, one, it keeps the service flowing a little bit better, and two, it also means that you have to be paying attention and to be present with us this morning. So along those lines, if you would, please take out your cell phones from your pockets or purses or wherever they may be. I know we all probably have them with us, or at least 98% of us have one. And make sure that it's not on silence. We don't like silenced phones in the sanctuary. Just turn it off entirely. Turn it off entirely. I know for some people in the room, that's a whole new experience. You've never turned off your phone before. I promise, it has a way you can turn it off. But do that for a few reasons. One, because every time it buzzes, if it's on silence, you're going to be wondering, who's texting me? Or what push notification did I just get from Fox News or the New York Times? You pick your flavor. And then you're not here with us anymore. You're somewhere else. And don't just turn it on airplane mode because you can still use the camera feature. So the next hour and a half or so during our service, please don't take any pictures. You can certainly take them afterwards if you like, but not during the service. One of the reasons, besides staying on the right page, that I ask you to be present is because I hope that regardless of one's religious persuasion or not, that the next hour and a half is an opportunity for a spiritual experience. And I'm pretty sure the only thing that one needs to do to have one of those, only thing that's required, I should say, is to be present. So be here with us now, and hopefully it will be that for all of us. Again, we begin on page 192.
משכנותיך ישראל, מה טוב, מה טוב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, ואני ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך, אשתחווה לך על קודשך ביראתך, מה טוב, מה טוב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, אדוני אהבתי מעון ביתך, ומקום משכן כבודך, משכן כבודך, ואני אשתחווה ואקרא עברך לפני אדוני עושי, מה טוב, מה טוב, אוהליך יעקב, משכנותיך ישראל, ואני Adonai et ratzon, Elohim merov chesdecha, Elohim merov chesdecha, aneni be'emet ishecha. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, ma tovu, ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael. Mishkenotecha Yisrael.
This opening section of the service is called Birchot HaShachar. They are prayers for blessings for getting ready for the day, that our bodies work, that our souls are intact. Page 194, we read in the English. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who formed the human body with skill, creating the body's many pathways and openings. It is well known before your throne of glory that if one of them be wrongly opened or closed, it would be impossible to endure and stand before you. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals all flesh, working wondrously. Baruch atah Adonai, rofeh chol basar, umafli la'asot.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. 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 Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi.
On page 198, we begin a series of blessings that our Siddur, our prayer book, calls Nesim Bechol Yom, blessings for everyday miracles. These are things that most of us experienced already today. You opened your eyes in bed. You stood up when you got out of bed. You put on clothes. You felt the earth underneath your feet. Maybe you washed your body. These are things that again, most of us experienced today, and yet I bet most of us didn't think much of them. Nesim Bechol Yom says, no, stop. Don't do that. Stop and say a blessing for these everyday occurrences, that if you just frame them in the right way, we can think of them as miracles, not just mundane moments. And so we'll chant through this series of blessings, and Cantor Hayut will tell us how we're going to do that.
So in order to help us understand perhaps or embrace the sequence and the meaning of each of these blessings, we like to chant the first two lines in Hebrew, as is our normative blessing. And then we jump down to the last line in English of each of these blessings and continue in the English. Most of these blessings are universal, although a few towards the end are particularistic. So I invite you to join in as you are comfortable. And these blessings at the end of each of the even number pages, we'll just turn the page and continue. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has given the mind the ability to distinguish day from night. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who opens the eyes of the blind. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who frees the captive. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who lifts up the fallen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who stretches the earth over the waters. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who strengthens our steps. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who clothes the naked.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who gives strength to the weary. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who removes sleep from the eyes, slumber from the eyelids. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who made me in the image of God. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me free. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who has made me a Jew. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who girds Israel with strength. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, who crowns Israel with splendor.
And on the top of page 204, a blessing for the study of Torah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. And while Torah technically refers to the 5 books of Moses, the scrolls that we have behind us, it also can, in language, in Jewish language, refer to all of the rabbinic literature, in fact. And so here on the next page, we have a bit of that rabbinic literature from the Mishnah. We read on 206, Elu devarim she'ein lahem shiur, she'adam ochel perotehem ba'olam hazeh v'hakeren kayemet lo le'olam haba. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while the principle remains in the world to come. So what do the rabbis mean by that? That when we do these things that are about to be listed, we get some benefit from them in life, of course, but the sort of spiritual residue of having done them stays with us for eternity. So let's read together on the 4th line in the English. They are honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing for the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people. But the study of Torah encompasses them all. We now move from the Birchot HaShachar, the morning blessings, the first section of the service, to Psukei de Zimra, a section of Psalms praising God. And in this case, on page 214, Psalm 92, praising God for having created this very day, Shabbat, Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat.
Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer leShimcha Elyon, ulezamer leShimcha Elyon. Mizmor Shir LeYom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer leShimcha Elyon, ulezamer שמחה עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון.
Chatzi Kaddish, page 224.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ויעמד יברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב.
ואמרו
אמן. יהי שמירה במבורך, לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה
בריחו.
לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה
תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמה.
ואמרו
Amen.
The Baruch Hu, our call to prayer can be found on page 226. Please rise if you're able. Please be seated. We continue reading on the bottom of page 229. You are praised who rolls out the rough raw clay of the universe into delicate vessels of light. And from nothing at all, we could perceive in a world that has turned old, a shimmering new creation right before our eyes, made this moment just for us. How much of life reveals your presence, how much Torah unfolds from each new flower, from each new wave that breaks upon the sea. You are praised who forms from the clay that cloaks our lives, the delicate vessels which contain our light. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. And continuing on the bottom of 231, love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema, page 232. Please rise once more if you're able.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We read responsively on the bottom of page 239. The eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exalt in your justice.
Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation, nor learn war anymore.
You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart.
The stranger that sojourns with you shall be accepted as your equal, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God.
We know that the Eternal One defends the poor and upholds the rights of the needy.
Praise to God Most High.
Blessed is God and deserving of blessing.
Micha Mocha, our song of redemption.
באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נטע בקודש, נורא תהילות תוסיף אלה, נורא תהילות תוסיף אלה. שיר החדשה, שילחו גאולים, לשמך על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו, והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. יא לה לה יא לה יא לה יא
milchama be'ezrat Yisrael, ufidechinu mecha Yehuda ve'Yisrael, go'aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kadosh Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Amen. Ethan, if you would, please join us on the Bima as we begin to chant the Amidah, the central prayer of this morning's service, page 242. Page 242. We will chant out loud together through page 248. So 242 through 248 out loud together. However, this prayer continues. It goes all the way to page 260. So when we do go into that silent time, you can continue either in the Hebrew or the English, again through page 260. Or if those words don't speak to you, that's fine too. Feel free to close your Siddur, take a few moments of private prayer, private meditation, and when you are done, if you have not already taken a seat, please do have a seat so we know we can continue together as one community. So once again, 242 through 248 out loud together. Then, if you choose in the Hebrew or English, through page 260. Otherwise, close your Siddur, close your prayer book, and pray the words of your own heart, your own meditation time. Again, if you're able, please rise, page 242.
Adonai, Sifatai Tita, Ufia Gitahilateha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avoteinu, Ve'imoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Hastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Geulah Livnei Bneihem, L'ma'an Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol V'Hoshia, Morid Hatah, Mechalchel Chaim Bechesed, Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Ve'rofeh Cholim, U'matir Asurim, U'mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, U'midom Elach, Melech Memit U'mechayet, U'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'ha'hayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו. אדיר, אדירנו, אדוני, אדוננו, מאדיר שמך בכל הארץ.
ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו.
אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם,
ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור. הללויה.
לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Page 250, 250.
ישמחו במלכותך,
שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת,
וקוראי
עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם ישמחו ויתענגו מטובך שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת, וקוראי עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, רצית בו
רצית בו וקידשת
שבת חמדת ימים באותו קראת שבת ישמחו למלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו למלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת זכר למעשה
וראשית שבת
זכר למעשה ראשית שבת ישמחו למלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו למלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
All right, Ethan, you got a taste of being up here before. It wasn't so bad, right? Yeah, it wasn't so bad. That's okay. So would you mind coming back up then? This time, though, bring your parents with you, if you would, please.
Leave your books.
Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of Torah, begins on page 362. Please rise if you're able.
אין כמוך ואלוהים אדוני ואין כמעשיך מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור אדוני מלך אדוני מלך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן אדוני יברך את עמו ושלום אב הרחמים היטיב ברצונך את ציון תבנה חומות ירושלים תבנה חומות ירושלים כי בך לבד בטחנו מלך אל רם ונישא אדון עולמים
כי מציון תצא תורה כי מציון תצא תורה הוא דבר אדוני מירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה תורה ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
And we'll make our way to the front of the bima. And invite grandparents as well to join us. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Perfect. And if I could get you to just to scooch over a little bit this way, perfect. We'll sort of make as straight a line as we can. Ethan.
Yep.
In a few moments, I'm going to hand you this Torah.
Okay.
Okay? But not yet,
Okay.
because we have to pass it from one generation of your family to the next.
Okay.
Ultimately to you. You're going to hold on to it, not as a way of saying that that now, it's been given to you and it's just yours, and you're free to do whatever. But as a way of saying that now, as a member of the adult community of the Jewish people, that you are also responsible for it, that you are capable of holding it, of walking it through this congregation, that you are capable of, as you will do in a few more moments, expounding upon it, looking into it and saying, what's this got to do with me today, with all of us here today? We passed this Torah scroll from one generation of your family to the next, and yes, of course, acknowledging that we're passing the 5 books of Moses, passing Jewish tradition to you, and that now is as much yours as it is anybody else's in the Jewish community, but also that there are lots of things that have been passed to you, lots of teachings. That's what Torah means if you were to translate the word. It's teachings.
Yeah.
There are lots of teachings that have been passed to you. Some from your parents, some from your grandparents, some from your great, go back as far as you want, grandparents. Things that are a part of who you are, you don't even realize were passed down to you from generations that came before, things your parents don't realize, or your grandparents don't realize, were passed down to them from generations that came before them. They are a part of the fabric of who you are. And when we pass this Torah scroll, that's part of what we're acknowledging as well. That as you move from childhood into adulthood, that you are taking those teachings with you, that they are things that you'll show the rest of the world about who you are, about who your family is. Hold on tightly to at least some of them. Show them to people.
Okay.
Explain them to the world so that we might know your uniqueness, the things that have been combined to create and form you into the person that you are.
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad,
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Lecha Adonai הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד כי כה בשמיים ובארץ כי כה בשמיים ובארץ לך אדוני על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, העולם עומד. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, al shlosha devarim, ha'olam omed. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu.
Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. Hallelu, hallelu, hallelu. We invite Madeline Liu to the bima to undress the Torah. Hallelu, hallelu. Can you reach up there? Yeah. Yeah, and do that. Perfect. Next one. Please be seated. Ready to chant some Torah?
I guess so.
Okay. So you have a handout with you that there's a loose sheet of paper in there. You can find the aliyot, the sections of the Torah that Ethan will be chanting on that loose sheet of paper. He'll be chanting 3 aliyot from this week's Torah portion, Ki Tavo. Ki Tavo is an interesting portion. You chose to read the section right pretty much at the beginning of the Torah portion. Before we get, there's a lot of blessings in this portion, but there's way more curses. A lot of blessings and curses. A biblical theology of you do good and I'll bless you, you do bad and I will curse you, sort of God. A difficult theology that sure some people still hold on to today, that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. But just as our tradition challenged that idea over the millennia, I hope that as you move into life, Ethan, that you realize that is not the human experience, that there are some things we wish we had the answers to, and sometimes we don't. And that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with what you've done or not done in life. So keep that in mind as you read your Torah portion.
All right.
You'll though be reading a section of the Torah where our ancestors would have repeated a sort of narrative about the Israelite experience when they brought their first fruits. But I'm not going to say anything more about that. I'll let you fill in the congregation, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We'll be calling up three different groups of people for the aliyot, and should we start doing that now?
Sure.
Okay.
Awesome. So for the first aliyah, we're going to be inviting up your grandparents, Francis and Joel Siemens.
Okay.
Ya'amdu Yoel ben Tovia ve'Esther v'Tzipora la'aliyah harishona.
Baruch atah Adonai. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hanai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bacharmanu Mikol Ha'amim Natan Lanu V'Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vilakach hakohen hatanep miadecha vihinicho lifnei mizbach Adonai Elohecha va'anitza va'amarta lifnei Adonai Elohecha Arami Oved Aviv Vayered Mitzrayma V'yagor Sham Gimte Me'at V'yahi Sham Legoy Gadol Atsum V'rav V'yareu Otanu Hamitzrim V'yanunu V'yitnu Aleinu Avodah Kasham Vanitzak El Adonai Elohei Avotenu Vayishma Adonai Et Kolenu Vayar Et Anienu Va'et Amalenu Va'et Lachasenu.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'chaye Olam Nata B'tochenu Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. Amen.
And for the second Aliyah, we're going to call up your parents.
Ya'amdu Rachel Leah Bat Yoel V'Tzipora and Dennis Lu La Aliyah HaShniyah.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamavarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. You have enlightened this path with the wisdom of Torah, giving it to the Jewish people as their particular way. Blessed are you, merciful one, who gives this Torah to the Jewish people.
Amen. Vayotzienu Adonai Mimitzrayim Beyad Hazakah Uvizroa Nituya Uvmora Gadol Uvotot Uvamoftim Vayavienu El Hamakom Hazeh Vayitain Lanu Et Haaretz Hazot Eretz Zavat Halav Udevash Ve'ata Hine Heveti Et Reshit Peri Ha'adama Asher Natatali Adonai V'hinachto Livnei Adonai Elohecha V'hishtachavita Livnei Adonai Elohecha V'samachta b'chol hatov Asher natan lecha Adonai Elohecha u'levetecha Ata v'halevi v'hager Asher b'kirbecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. The Torah is the teaching of truth, whole and balanced, and from it comes eternal life for the people who embrace it. Blessed are you, merciful one, who gives this Torah to the Jewish people.
All right, Ethan. So we've called up now two aliyot, your grandparents and your parents, and you've been reading Torah for them. They could have, though, said, move it out of the way. I want to read my own aliyah. That was their prerogative. But they didn't, because reading Torah is hard, and it takes a lot of preparation. If you're unfamiliar, Hebrew is most typically written without vowels, and when the Torah was first created, for sure, there was no vowing system, and so it's hard to read it because of that. But also the chanting, the cantillation marks that you're using, are also not in the Torah scroll, right? So there's no way to know just by looking at the Torah how to chant the Torah. That is also created. That was created around the same time the vowels were. Okay. So people tend to not just say, I'm going to chant Torah, they have to prepare for it. So you've been doing something now a few times, and I don't know that it's become mundane yet. It's just become a regular occurrence in your life that just happens all the time. But you've done it a few times already, and it's only now that you're being called to the Torah for your own aliyah. This is the sort of moment where you're saying to the entire community, I am now an adult in the Jewish community. That only a person of bar or bat mitzvah age can be called to the aliyah. Mm-hmm. They can read it, they can read Torah, but you can't say the blessing until you get to a certain age. That's, I think, a really interesting idea. You can do the action, right? Yeah. The really important action, but the most important part, in some ways, the thing that we hold back from doing until a person is ready, until a person is of a certain age, until they can maybe see the world in a certain way, is saying a blessing over that. I think that's a profound teaching that this moment offers us. That in life, even over things that you've done before many times, sometimes you need to stop and say a blessing to distinguish that moment, to make it holy and special. And so I would encourage you, use the words of our tradition, use the words of your heart, but stop and say blessings in your life. Stop and say blessings when you see something amazing, when you experience something amazing, even if you've experienced it 100 times before, and you realize just then, this is different. This is spectacular. This is worth saying a blessing over. Cantor Hayut is going to call you to Torah, also to make it special, in a way that you only get called to Torah on your bar mitzvah. So listen closely. You will never hear these words come out of her mouth again.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
If you got one chance.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're ready?
I'm ready.
Good.
Ya'amod, 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 habachor bar hamitzvah, Eitan Tovia ben Rachel Leah v'Dennis, la'aliyah ha'shalishit.
Baruch et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'na'atan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
ki techale laser et kol ma'asar tivuatecha bashana hashlishit shenad hamaser v'natata lalevi lager layatom v'la'almana v'achlu v'sharecha v'saveu v'amarta Ifnei Adonai Elohecha biarti hakodesh min havayit v'gam natati v'alevi v'lager layatom v'la'almana kechol mitzvatecha asher tzivitani lo avarti mimitzvotecha v'lo shachachti lo achalti ve'oni mimenu v'lo viarti mimenu b'tameh v'lo natati mimenu lamed shamati b'kol Adonai Elohai asiti kechol asher tzivitani hashkifa mimeon kochecha min hashamayim uvarech et amecha et Yisrael va'et ha'adamah asher natata lanu ka'asher nishbata la'avotenu eretz zavad lav udevash. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Good job. All right, so you said blessings over this moment, over reading Torah, and now your parents get to offer you a blessing. Okay.
Ethan, we are very proud of you and love you very much.
We hope for you that your passion and energy continue to lead you to continue to pursue diverse opportunities which are rewarding and meaningful.
Your intuitive kindness and keen sense of fairness, reinforced by the teachings of the Torah, inspire you to make the world a better place.
Your instincts, self-confidence, health, and the love of your family and friends guide you safely through life's challenges.
Mom and I wish for you a life filled with the dedication and joy that you demonstrated today. We love you very much.
To lift and dress and hold our Torah, we invite to our bima Rebecca Siemens, Judah and Silas Blitzstein, Daniel Siemens. Please rise if you're able. You guys hang out. You guys hang out right here.
V'zot Torah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai
Please be seated. All right, so we've read Torah, we've read from the 5 books of Moses. You are also going to chant from your Haftarah from the book of Isaiah, and that is on the back side of that same sheet you were looking at if you were following along with the Aliyot. And you're chanting for us out of what's called a Navi scroll. We have different traditions in Judaism that with the Haftarah, with sections that we read from the prophets, a person is allowed to just read from any book that has those words in it, with all of the vowels and the cantillation. And it's still not easy, but it's a lot easier than reading Torah. The Navi scroll is written in much the same way that a Torah scroll is written, and unless you can understand the language, you wouldn't really be able to tell the difference. So you're sort of going above and beyond. You know your Haftarah so well that you can read it without the vowels and the cantillation marks, we think.
We're good.
So you guys, everybody here that's with us this morning gets sort of a special treat hearing you chant out of the Navi scroll, Ethan. Ethan will be chanting a blessing before the Haftarah, then he'll be chanting the verses that you find on your page, and then a blessing after as well.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim v'ratzav v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah u'v'Moshe avdo u'v'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet v'atzedek.
Amen.
Kumi ori kiva orech uchevod Adonai alayich zarach ki hine hachoshe yechase eretz ve'arafel leumim ve'alayich yizrach Adonai uchvodo alayich yera'eh V'chalhu goyim le'urech umlachim le'noga zarchech se'isaviv einayech uri kulam nikbetzu ve'ulach banayech merachok yavo'u uvnotayech al tzad te'amana al shtir'i v'nahar uvechad v'rachav l'lavech ki yehafech alayech hamon yam chel goyim yavo'u lach shifat gemalim techasech bichrei midyan ve'efa kulam mishba Yavo Zahav Ulvona Yisa'u Utilot Adonai Yevaseru Cold Song Kedar Yikav Tzulach Ele Nevayot Yeshartunech Ya'alu Al Ratzon Mizbechi Uvayot Tifarti Afaer mi elekav teufena v'chayonim el arubotehem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzur kol ha'alamim Sadiq Bikol Hadarot, Ha'el Hane'eman, Ha'omer Va'oseh, Havadaber Umakayim, Shekol Devarav Emet Vatzedek, Al HaTorah, Va'al HaAvodah, Va'al Hanviim, Va'al Yom HaShabbat Hazeh, Shanatata Lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, Lekidusha V'Limnucha, Lechavod Ultifareb, Al HaKol, Adonai Eloheinu, Anachnu Modim Lach, Umbarhim Otach, Yitbarach Shimcha, B'fi Kol Chai, Ta'amid Le'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai,
Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo.
Mikadesh HaShabbat.
Amen.
We continue as our Torah is returned to the Ark. You can follow along if you'd like on page 374, page 374. We invite to our bima to open our Ark as we return the Torah, Ryan Blitzstein and Natalie Briones. Please rise if you're able. Oh, Eretz Shamayim Vayaren. You can open. Eren Leham Tehila Lechol Chasidav Livnei Yisrael Am Kerovo. Hold on a second. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's Chaim Lemachazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Chadesh Yameinu. You can close. Chadesh Yameinu kekedem. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please be seated. There is no doubt that preparing for the Bar Bat Mitzvah takes a lot of time and a lot of effort by our students to get ready for this morning. I mean, the most intense, year period, of course, but many years of religious school before that as well. And I think, though, the most important thing, and maybe the hardest thing that we ask students to do, is to look at a document that's 5,000-ish years old and say, what's this got to do with me? That's not an easy task for somebody who's been doing it for many years, and it's certainly not an easy task doing it for the first time. Offering your Devar Torah, offering your word of Torah. But Ethan, I think that it is the most important thing that we ask our students to do because it shows us through your offering this word of Torah, through offering this Devar Torah, exactly what our tradition is about. In that a few moments ago, we read from a Torah scroll, from the 5 books of Moses, that Torah scroll was copied from another Torah scroll, was copied from another Torah scroll, was copied from another Torah scroll, and the words in there haven't changed in about 2,000 years. Okay? But the words that you're going to offer us, those change every week. And at Beth Israel this morning, at this other synagogue in town, they're saying something else. And at the other congregations that also meet this Shabbat morning in town, they're saying something else. Every single Jewish community is saying something a little different about this week's Torah portion. We see that scroll as a living document. There is not just one way of interpreting its words. And the fact that we continue to look at it year after year in community after community and say, this is what it means. This is what it means right now. This is what it means for me, Ethan, you, Ethan, for you, Ethan. This is what Ethan thinks it should mean for all of us right now. That is one of the reasons why we still exist as a Jewish people. Because we continue to look at this text and say, what's this got to do with me right now? How is this relevant to life right now, to my circumstances right now? And when it becomes, and I don't think it ever will, if it ever becomes meaningless, no longer relevant, then we should stop reading it. But you proved to us this morning with your words that it is in fact not irrelevant, that it is still meaningful, still important. And I look forward to hearing everybody's words, but mostly yours.
Good morning and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
In my Torah portion, the Israelites are about to enter the Promised Land. But unfortunately, Moses can't go because he's about to die. In verse 5, it states, "You shall then recite as follows before the eternal your God. My father was a fugitive Aramean. He went down to Egypt with meager numbers and sojourned there. But there he became a great and very populous nation. The Egyptians dealt harshly with us and oppressed us. They imposed heavy labor upon us. We cried to the Eternal, the God of our ancestors, and the Eternal heard our plea and saw our plight, our misery, and our oppression." The Israelites would recite this section of the Torah every time they would bring their first fruit offering to the temple that once stood in Jerusalem. In some ways, we also retell the story every year at Passover. I began to wonder, what is so important about this story? Why did Moses instruct the Israelites they needed to recite the story every year when they bring their first fruits as a sacrifice? Stories can affect the way we think. That can affect the way we act, and that can affect the future. By retelling stories, we can change the way we act or how others act. Moses wanted the Israelites to learn by retelling the story every year. We tend to repeat the most important things. Don't talk to strangers. Look both ways before you cross the road. Wash your hands with soap. These are things we were all taught as children. But this sort of repetition doesn't end with childhood. We tell our most important stories over and over again. How our families came to America, how our parents came to be engaged and get married. My mom retells me a story every once in a while about the first time I played in a chess tournament. "Ethan, remember when it was Thanksgiving in 4th grade and you were signed up for a chess tournament? I woke you up and you were refusing to go because you thought it would be boring. The truth is, while I was worried that I would be bored, I was also worried that I was going to get crushed by everybody. I was fearful that I might lose." I guess the moral of that story is that I should try new things and I could turn out to love it and be very successful. That's what my mom probably wants me to take out of that story. Since I know this story, I might be influenced to try something else out. Like if she wants me to try a food that sounds horrible, like squid or chicken feet, I might think about that story of chess and I would try it. Since the story has been repeated to me multiple times, I have a bigger chance of doing something different because of it. My mom's repetition of the story has worked. There are times when the feeling of not wanting to do something begins to creep up inside of me, times when I am feeling fearful about my own abilities. Even without my mom there to tell me this story, I think about her telling me this story. It is funny, I don't think about the morning when this actually happened. I think about the retelling of the story in my mom's voice. That truth is probably the best things I could ever give you, Mom. As I mentioned earlier, we repeat this story from my Torah portion every year at Passover. Although we don't offer sacrifices today, and there is no temple in Jerusalem anymore, there are still people who need our offerings. Today, there are still people who we should give back to. For example, homeless people, or people who need help for whatever reason. Those people need people like us to help them out, just like how the Israelites were helped out by God when they cried out for help in Egypt. We should take the story from the Torah and use it today for something else. There are a bunch of people who could really use other people's help today, and we should consider helping them out. We were slaves in Egypt. We know what it feels like to be treated badly. We have empathy, and that is why we help others. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. Thank you for offering these words of Torah. A few things. I remember what is now about 2 weeks ago or so when we were finishing up working on this, and I looked at you and I said, what you then incorporated in here. Do you think about that morning, or do you think about your mom telling you about that morning? And you say, I think about my mom telling me about that morning, which I think is just so interesting, because I think that is actually, and the reason why that story works is because I think we all have experiences like that, where we don't think about the moment when something happened, we think about the retelling of that moment. And there's it's very powerful. It's very powerful what you explained here. That experience for us as human beings. One of the things, though, that I think is embedded in your message that you didn't address, but it's implied. I bet when this happened, whatever Thanksgiving ago it was, how many years ago is this?
Like 3 or 4?
3 or 4 years ago. I bet your mom wasn't thinking, oh, this is going to be an important moment for Ethan. I'm going to pull him out of bed, and he's going to remember that for the rest of his life. And he's going to replay this moment in his head whenever he has a situation where he is fearful or unsure of himself or whatever the case may be. She was not thinking that, right? You would no. You're like, I'm just getting him out of bed to get to this tournament. She was probably ready to pull her hair out. But embedded in your Devar Torah for us is that we'd never know sometimes how our actions are going to affect other people. How we can create in a particular moment what really became a sort of holy and sacred moment for you. It's an important piece of what you offered us this morning, to recognize that possibility of creating that sacred moment between people exists at whatever time in the morning when you're just trying to get your kid out of bed. And it exists all over our lives.
Yeah.
Be mindful of that in your life. You never know what the things you're going to say, what your actions, what they'll do to another person, for both good and for bad. That the way we interact with each other has a profound impact on the rest of our lives, as that morning has had on yours. Thank you so much for offering your words of Torah to us.
Thank you.
We have from our Board of Trustees the Vice President of our Pulpit Committee, Jack Zients, here to offer you some words of mazel tov, of congratulations, and some gifts from the congregation.
Hi, Ethan. I'm Jack Zients from the Board of Trustees, Vice President for Religious Practice. All that really means right now is I get the honor of being the first member of the congregation to congratulate you and your family on the wonderful job you did. Mazel tov. You know how hard you worked. I hope all of your friends know how hard you worked to get to this moment. So a couple of quick things from the Board of Trustees. First of all, your bar mitzvah certificate, worthy of framing, or putting in a drawer, either way. From the Sisterhood and the Brotherhood, a Kiddush cup and a mezuzah for you. And from the Union for Reform Judaism, a gift certificate to help you go on a Israel program. The URJ has a number of them. There are flyers here for Heller High, which is a semester in high school, and for the Nifty Summer in Israel program. There are things you and your family could look at, but they're there for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And my blessing we get to do in front of the open ark. Okay. Please rise if you're able.
May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come. May you trust in generations past and yet to be. May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your eyes shine with the light of holy words, and your face reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips ever speak wisdom, your fulfillment be in justice, even as you ever yearn to listen to the words of the Holy Ancient One of old. May you live to see your world. May you live to see your world. May you live to see your world fulfilled.
It's my honor to give you the oldest blessing of the Jewish people, the priestly benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious with you. And when God's face is lifted up to you, may God grant you the most important blessing any of us can have. May God grant you peace. Ken yehi ratzon. May this be God's will.
Amen.
Have a seat with your family again. You can go have a seat with your family. Okay. O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the many ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit.
Amen.
And a prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Sheba Shamayim Tzor Yisrael v'goalo barech et Medina Yisrael Reshit Tzmichat Geulatenu. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there.
Amen.
Amen. We continue with Aleinu on page 586, and invite to our bima to open our Ark Joy Monahan and Scott Siegel. If you are able, please rise once more.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, la'tei gedula liyotzeh breshit, shelo asanu k'krei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gohar aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 591. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We are in the period of Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Inga Alexander Rose, Harriet Usum, Liz Romalino, Rebecca Wallinger, Lois Friedman, Michael Barnofsky, and Rosemary Metz. Our yahrzeits this week are for Solomon Axelrod, Samuel Birnbaum, Thomas Cassidy, Isidore Chomsky, Roy Crothers, Patrick Crow, Mills Darnell, Helen Eisenberg, Alan Freund, Irene Freund, Miriam Kotzen, Edward Gorgie, Robert Greenspan, Anna Grunner, Garrett Halpert, Ginia Hurwitz, Henry Koenig, Rose Kornberg, Melvin Levy, Rhoda Lieberman, Liza Malkina, Gerald Manuel, Francis McGallan, Benjamin Meltzer, Rose Michaels, Harry Moises, Maxine Molin, Sylvia Naiman, Edna Newland, Stephen Oser, Paul Safran, Ira Socho, Michael Schubring, Bessie Warner, Rosalie Williams, and Leah Zekic. If there are other names to add to our list for mourning, please do so as my eyes meet yours. For all of those mentioned, for all of those who go unmentioned, and for all of those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we rise, page 598. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'yizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'alev v'yithalal shemei d'kudesha b'richu, Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Zichronam levracha, may their memories be forever a blessing.
Amen.
Please be seated. Except Ethan, you and your family, if you guys could come back up, your sister and your parents could come back up to our bima for Kiddush and Motzi. We like to hang out up at the front.
Stand in front of the podium, right next to your sister. Whoops. There you go. And so we first say our blessing over our wine and juice.
And this is a family Kiddush cup, yes? Yes.
Very nice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Good, right? You can put it down behind you. Thank you. And then Madeline, hold the challah up nice and high. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. So take a little bite.
Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. May the one who makes peace in the heavens above make peace for all of us, for all of Israel, for everyone who dwells here on earth. And let us say, Amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'romav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen. Mazel tov, Ethan, and to your entire family. Mazel tov to you all.
Mazel tov.
As we make our way out of the sanctuary in just a moment, as you're about to leave, please do take your Sidurim with you and those handouts. It'll make the lives of our ushers a lot easier. Thank you for being with us this morning. Shabbat Shalom. Mazel tov. Absolutely. Yeah.
Beautiful job.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, this is a great gag.